Welcome to your coverage of Missoula's sports heroes. You're tuned in to the Missoula Prep Sports Network live stream of local sports.
Ladies and gentlemen,
This presentation of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness, the only gym from Montana for Montana.
Check it out.
MPSN is your leader in Missoula's prep sports.
Woo!
We now take you to the action on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Everybody hustles out there, okay, guys? Nobody quits.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Rapid City, South Dakota. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network at Floyd Fitzgerald Stadium, Dave Plouffe Field. Missoula Mavericks taking on Eden Prairie for their third game of the 2019 Camping World Firecracker Tournament. And let's jump into our starting lineups. The Missoula Mavericks are, as I have not updated that information, the Mavericks are the away team, so we'll go ahead and take a look at that information first, as we now have it updated from Terre Haute to Eden Prairie. For the Missoula Mavericks, leading things off will be the center fielder, Brendan Hill. Dane Frazier in right field will bat second. It's the third baseman, Trad Richardson, batting third. Stuart Long's the shortstop, batting fourth. Bridger Johnson in left field, batting fifth. Batting sixth is the designated hitter, Drew Stensrud. Andrew Clausen will be the wall behind the plate at the catcher position. He is batting seventh. Batting eighth is Zach Hangus at first base. And rounding out the order is the bunt killer, Dayton Bay, at second. It's Connor Daniels on the Five Valley Auto pitcher's mound for the Missoula Mavericks. For Eden Prairie, Joey Danielson, the catcher, leading things off. Braden Donahue is the right fielder, batting second. Batting third is Jordan Amundsen. He's the center fielder. Luke Anderson's the pitcher, batting fourth. Batting fifth is Connor Hemme, the first baseman. Nathan Miller, the shortstop, bats sixth. Batting seventh is Danny Paul, the third baseman. At second base, Noah Preco. He is batting eighth, and rounding out the order is the left fielder, Sam Larson, for Eden Prairie. Eden Prairie coming off of a loss to Terre Haute in the game before this one. Eden Prairie 2-1 on the tournament. The Missoula Mavericks 2-0. They would beat Premier West in the first game 13-0, and then have the win over Terre Haute on yesterday. One game today, and then the Mavericks will go to a doubleheader tomorrow. 4 o'clock and 7 o'clock are our game times on Tuesday, and then a single game on Wednesday at 2 o'clock against Catalyst. Now let's double check that schedule just to be sure. It's post 22 at 7 o'clock tomorrow night, and then the 4:30. I forgot to give Luke Anderson as the pitcher. I apologize. So it is Rocky Mountain at 4:30 tomorrow, Tuesday, July 2nd, and then 7 o'clock against the host team post 22. Rocky Mountain will be at Catalyst will be the 2 o'clock game on Wednesday, and then Thursday is the seeding games. So we come to the matchup here between the Missoula Mavericks and Eden Prairie. Mavericks with Brendan Hill coming to the plate. Luke Anderson with the first pitch of the inning will be at 2:01, and it'll be strike one to Brendan Hill. Our game time temp here in Rapid City is a balmy 71 degrees with a 68% humidity. Next pitch tossed in is ball one, 1-1 on the count to Hill. There's strike two. Our officials behind the plate is Clyde Mileslagle and Rick Sebo in the field. Here's the pitch by Anderson, and that'll be ball two. 2-2 on the count. Here's the pitch by Anderson, and Hill pops this one shallow into, actually it's got some leg on it. It'll go deep in the gap and put in the glove by Jordan Amundsen, and the pop fly will be the first out of the game. Takes us to Dane Frazier for the Mavericks, the right fielder. 1 out and nobody on. Mavericks earning runs late in games. They've been averaging their runs in the 4th inning, as the first pitch to Frazier will be ball 1. 1 out and nobody on, a 1-0 to Frazier. And Frazier will take ball 2. Frazier, the leader of the home run club for the Mavericks. The first 3 batters in the order are the 3 members of the home run club. Brendan Hill with 1 on the infield home run as we build to 3-0 to Frazier. Dane Frazier with 3, picking up his 3rd on Thursday against Billings, as this pitch is over the plate to be 3-1 on the count. And then Trad Richardson, who's in the on-deck circle, the 3rd member, he picked up his 2nd home run of the season right here at this tournament on Tuesday, as this line drive is into the glove of Danny Paul at 3rd base, and that's 2 away. Brings up Trad Richardson now for the Mavericks with 2 outs and nobody on. Pitch over the plate for strike 1. Milswagel very animated with his strike and ball call, as this one's outside to even us at 1 apiece. So we get 2-1 on the count. And Richardson will pop this one foul to go 2-2. And a walk to put Trad Richardson on.
The walk brings up number 2.
And that'll put up Stuart Long on base. And Long will receive strike 1. Here's a pop by Stuart Long into left field. Left fielder's back, and it's out of the glove. Richardson's going to come around the corner at 3rd on his way home, and the Mavericks will earn a run off of the air.
Up next, number 10, Bridger Johnson.
Takes us to Bridger Johnson for the Mavericks. Two outs. Runner at 2nd in Stuart Long. Pitch swung on. Johnson sends this one into right field. Right fielder on the run, and it's going to be foul for strike 1 to Bridger Johnson. Having some technical difficulties, so I apologize that I'm not updating the information as I'm trying to work through the technical difficulties here. Bridger Johnson settling back in. So Johnson 1-1 on the count. Stuart Long at second, 2 outs. And a pitch over the plate will bring up strike 2, 1-2. Here's a roller. Shortstop cannot get to it. They'll bring Long around at third. On the way home as the throw is made, and Stuart Long will slide across the plate off the single by Bridger Johnson.
Up next, Drew Stensrud.
Takes us to Drew Stensrud for the Mavericks. Runner at first, 2 outs. Stensrud, the designated hitter today. Runner's going to go. The throw is made, and they're going to say a tag at second. And that will end the side. The Mavericks earn 2, get tagged out at third, and we'll have Eden Prairie up right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Warning!
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning! This is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Stitches of Missoula is your resource for embroidery and screen printing. Give Stitches a call today at 406-529-2632 to speak with their super friendly staff and have them take care of your embroidery needs. From business logos to team jerseys, Stitches Embroidery can help you and your team look good. Check them out online at stitchesmontana.com to see their full line of silkscreen and embroidery options. Stitches is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratt from the Missoula Prep Sports Network as the Mavericks lead 2-0 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard.
To start off, Eden Prairie is number
And it's
12,
Eden
Joey
Prairie
Johnson,
at the plate
catching today.
with Connor Daniels on the 5 Valley Outdoor pitcher's mound. Joey Danielson at first, or at the plate, and his first pitch is ball 1. One and one now. Here's a smack into left field, and this one's got all the leg to get over the fence, and Eden Prairie will start out with a home run to get on the board.
The home run brings up number 7, Brendan Donahue.
We go to Brendan Donahue now. ball one, tossed in to Donahue. And this will be bounced out, picked up by Bay, the throw to first, and that'll be the first out on the ground ball.
The out brings up number 1, Jordan Amundsen.
Jordan Amundsen. One out. Here's the pitch. And a roller picked up by Hangus. Hangus will jog to the bag, and that's 2 away.
The out brings up number 23, Luke Anderson, pitcher.
And the first pitch tossed in to Luke Anderson is a strike. 0-1. Connor Daniel is on the 5 Valley Outdoor pitcher's mound. And a swing brings up strike 2. One and 2 on the count. Pitch outside takes us even at 2 apiece. And a foul ball keeps us at 2-2. This one's popped into the glove of Bay, and that will end the side. So 1 run earned off the home run. And we go to the top of the second, 2-1. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
In the first inning, there was 1 hit, 1 run, no errors, and no one left.
Welcome back to MPSN. We did get jumped over to the commercial, and I apologize for that. Trying to work through some technical difficulties here with the system as Eden Prairie, Mavericks lead Eden Prairie 2-1 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Bottom of the order, 7, 8, 9 batters on the schedule.
To start off the second inning, number 5, Drew Stensrud.
So Stensrud back up as we had the pickoff play to end the play. Two and 1 on the count. to Stensrud. 3-1 now. And Stensrud will be walked.
The walk brings up number 14, Andrew Clausen. Clean catcher.
We go to Andrew Clausen now for the Mavericks, the catcher. And the pitch over the plate will bring up strike one. 1-1 on the count. Strike two. 1-2. No outs. Stensrud at first off of the walk. Here's the pitch by Anderson, and it'll come across the head of Clausen to bring up ball two. 2-2. I am very aware. Here's the pitch, and it'll be a strikeout for Clausen. Looking.
Strikeout brings up number 11, Zach Kringan.
Here's the pitch, and the wild pitch will advance Stensrud to second. Will you write down your link for me, please? I'm having some technical issues here, so I'm going to have to just put your link into my system. Zach Angus is going to punch this one into right field in the glove, and that will be the second out of the inning, with Stensrud making the tag and heading to third, or maybe just type it right in here. Dayton Bay, as the bunt is laid off for a foul ball. Sorry. There's a dot between the U and the B. Is that supposed to be there? Okay. And the pitch into Bay will come across the plate for strike two. 0-2 to the second baseman, Dayton Bay. Pitch on the way. And it's a strikeout looking to end the side. Mavericks hold on 2-1 while leaving one behind. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Hold on, I got to jump to commercial.
Seconds, we have no runs, no hits, no errors, and one left on.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by Five Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, Five Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is Missoula's one-stop shop for all your hockey and lacrosse needs.
Check this out.
It may be warm outside, but you can still take care of your hockey fix in their 1/3 sized indoor rink.
Really? Wow, crazy.
Stop into 1010 North Avenue West and see what they have in store for your hockey needs. Hockey Wolf and Lacrosse Wolf is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. And it'll be 2-1 on the count to Hemme. Connor Daniels on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound. We are having some technical difficulties on the live stream, so I have put up here's a smacker pass to Dayton Bay, rolling into the gap. Hill will pick it up, and with no outs, Eden Prairie will have a runner at first.
Now, number 17, Nathan Miller.
Brings us to Nathan Miller now for Eden Prairie with 1 on and no outs. A bounce over the head of Stuart Long. Puts runners on the corners on the single. And that brings us to Danny Paul. Here's the pitch. And it's over the plate for strike 1 to Paul. Paul in the number 7 spot. He is the as we get one into center field. Runner at third will tag, and that will bring home a run on the sac fly. Runner at first holding on, and Noah Preco comes to Preco settling in. Runner at first, 1 out. Tied at 2. And a runner at second off the single.
Out number 2 brings up number 2, 2, Sam Larson.
Brings up Sam Larson now with one out and runners at first and second. Here's a roller out. Stuart Long will pick it up. The throw to first is made. Hangus is there, and they're going to say safe at first.
Back to the top of the lineup, number 12, Joey Danielson.
And that'll bring up Joey Danielson, or Sam. Top of the order in the box now as we work through. We've got the technical issues worked out. It is a streaming issue here locally, so we do apologize. Danielson now 2-1 on the count. Connor Daniels on the 5 Valor pitcher's mound. And we'll come to ball 3, 3-1. Here's a pop over second, deep into center field, and Hill will put it in the glove, and that will end the side. 1 run earned to tie it at 2. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hello folks, Chris Stratton here. You know me as the voice of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. I'm here to announce that the Milk Crate Media will be launching their newest project, the Chris Stratton Show podcast. That's right folks, we're going to take our play-by-play coverage and bring it into the studio to give our student athletes in Missoula a voice to tell their stories. It'll be launching on July 15th on the Milk Crate Media Network, and you'll be able to find it at thechrisstrattonshow.com as well as any of your outlets for podcasts. Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network as we move to the top of the 3rd inning, tied at 2 apiece on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Missoula Mavericks and Eden Prairie on the list, on the lineup right now. For the Mavericks, it's the top of the order, Brendan Hill to lead things off.
Start off the top of the 3rd, we have number 9, Connor Daniels.
So Brendan Hill at the plate, top of the 3rd, tied at 2. And I think we're caught up here to where we can go ahead and go. Apologize for those listening in on the live, viewing on the live stream for the technical issues. but it appears that we've got those worked out. This is a line drive right into the glove of the second baseman for the first out of the inning.
Next, number 7, Dane Frazier.
Dane Frazier will take the first pitch for ball 1. Here's the pitch, and a foul ball will take us 1-1 on the count. And a barking strike call will take us to 1-2. And Frazier will be struck out swinging.
Strikeout brings up number 13.
So 2 away, we come to Trad Richardson for the Mavericks. Richardson receives strike 1, so 0-1 is now we go to 1-1. As we get a foul ball to take us to strike 2, 1-2 on the count. Want to send a shout out now that we've got the live stream working properly to the voice of summer, Paul Yarbrough, who's watching on the patio at Yarbrough Farms in our town is Superior. And Richardson will receive ball 2, 2-2 on the count. Foul ball keeps us at 2-2. And the side will be decided on a strikeout. So 1, 2, 3 for the Mavericks. Bottom of the third coming up in a tie game. You're watching Mavericks baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Did your computer go down? Don't worry, Mike's Print and Copy has computer rentals available until you can get your computer replaced. In addition to computer rentals, Mike's has self-serve copiers so you can take care of your printing needs at your time. Do you have large-scale printing that needs to be done? From high-tech blueprints to large quantities, Mike's Print and Copy is your print store. Stop in and say hi to Mike at their new location at 1605 South Avenue West in Missoula. Mike's Print and Copy, proud sponsors of the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the third inning, tied between Eden Prairie and the Missoula Mavericks with Connor Daniels on the 5 Valley Outdoor pitcher's mound. We've got Brendan Donahue at the plate. The 2, 3, 4 batters on the schedule for Eden Prairie. Here's the first pitch of the inning, and Daniels will slide it over the plate for strike 1. For Donahue, it was a ground out his first at bat as he's going to crank this one shallow, and Long will come up wrap his glove around it, and the infield fly
Out brings up number
will
1.
bring up the first out of the inning, and that's the first time that the Mavericks have been able to put out the leadoff batter on the inning as we go to Jordan Amundsen. And the pitch comes in for ball 1. Amundsen with a ground out his first at bat, as it's a ball pitch to take it to 2-2 on the count. Ball 3 now. 3-0. And there's the strike pitch, 3-1 to Amundsen. Here's the pitch. Line drive into right field. Dane Frazier is there to put it in the glove. And that'll be the second out of the inning.
Number 3, Luke Anderson.
So 2 outs for Luke Anderson, who had the infield fly. His first at bat, he's going to punch this one foul down the third base line for strike 1. Anderson, the pitcher for today's matchup, so no DH as the pitcher will bat as this one's fouled off. To make it 1-2. 2 outs, nobody on. Bottom of the third. Tied at 2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's a bouncing ball, fair. Richardson will have it at the fringe. The throw to first. Hangus will stick the bag, and it's 1-2-3 for Eden Prairie. Mavs bat next. You're watching Missoula Maverick Baseball on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Coming this summer, Milk Crate Media 406 will be the home to a new group of local podcasts to highlight our great state of Montana and the people within it. Starting with a local show to promote Missoula sports athletes. Next, a podcast that will take a look at world views. Then a show that will entertain you while informing you about Montana's great outdoors. And finally, a podcast that will take a look at the people and places that make Montana great. Stop by mcratemedia.com to see the full line of new podcasts.
When your workout window is small, you don't want to travel far, wait for parking, and hope for an open machine. Let Fuel Fitness and Nutrition ignite your life with no waiting. Fuel has plentiful parking and 30,000 square feet of weight and cardio training equipment. When you want it, you'll get it at Fuel. Businesses, don't hesitate to sign up with Fuel. We have enough parking and equipment to handle your entire staff and 24/7 access so they can get in shape around work schedules. Ignite your life with no waiting at Fuel Fitness and Nutrition in the Holiday Village Shopping Center.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. It is the top of the 4th inning in a tie game. Missoula Mavericks and Eden Prairie. Eden Prairie out of Minnesota. A team that has been to this tournament many times, and they play extremely well. They are sitting at 2-1 and would love to give the Mavericks their first loss of the tournament. The Mavericks, well, they're wanting to hold on to that 2-0 record and improve it as best possible. For the Mavericks, it will be Stuart Long to lead off, Bridger Johnson on deck, and Drew Stensrud in the on-deck circle.
To start the inning, we have number 2, Stuart Long.
So Stuart Long settling in, looks down the third base line with Hathaway giving the signal. Brent Hathaway, the manager for the Mavericks, in his 29th season with the program. tradition as our plate umpire. Clyde Millslagle is over in the Eden Prairie dugout speaking to them. I think they had guys up on the wall, and they're actually sending somebody out to the bullpen down the first base line. Here's the first pitch of the inning by Luke Anderson, and he'll deliver over the plate for strike 1. 2. Stuart Long. Long reached off an error his first at bat. And the pitch comes up for ball 1, 1-1. Here's the pitch. And it'll bring up ball 2, 2-1. So Stuart Long, the shortstop, he was the DH yesterday for the Mavericks, as Thomas Martin came in and played second, and Dayton Bay moved over to the shortstop position. Pitch over the plate will bring up strike 2, 2-2 now on the count. Here's the pitch, and it's behind Long for a full count at 3-2. So Eden Prairie 2-1 after the loss to Terre Haute, as Long will foul this one off the grips to stay at 3-2. Mavericks 2-0. As far as the rest of the teams go for records, Post 22 1-2. Catalyst Cardinals out of Colorado, as this one's going to hit the batter, and the Mavericks will have a runner on to start.
Up next, number 10, Bridger Johnson.
Takes us to Bridger Johnson now for the Mavericks with 1 on and no outs. Eden Prairie, as I mentioned, 2-1, and the Mavericks 2-0. Premier West are 0-3 on the tournament. Terre Haute 1-2-1, as I've got that backwards. 2-2. Here's the throw to second, down the line to first, and Johnson will not be able to beat out the throw, and that's a double play turned off the fielder's choice.
Double play brings up number 5, Drew Stensrud.
We go to Drew Stensrud, the designated hitter for the Mavericks, with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's a pitch over the plate for strike 1 to Stensrud. He was walked his first at bat. And a flip off the bat goes foul on the check swing. And it's 0-2 to Stensrud. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of 4 in a 7-inning game, and the strikeout will end the side. Mavericks go 1-2-3. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Some changes in life are too painful to go through alone, and Cunningham Law can help in making difficult decisions from divorce to child custody. Kyle Cunningham focuses solely on family law. Cunningham Law will help you land on your feet when big changes come to your family and life. Visit www.familylawmontana.com or give Kyle a call at 406-203-4678 today. Cunningham Law Services. You don't have to go through this alone. Cunningham Law is a proud sponsor of the Northwest Regional Tournament.
If you're looking to upgrade your car, stop by 5 Valley Auto Sales. From the moment you walk through the door, you'll be in for the best car buying experience ever. From their large inventory to their experienced staff, 5 Valley Auto Sales is committed to helping you find the right car for you. View their featured vehicles online at www.5valleyautosales.com or stop by their location at 3300 South Reserve Street in Missoula. 5 Valley Auto Sales is a proud sponsor of Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. It is the bottom of the 4th inning in a tie game, tied at 2 apiece. The Mavericks opened with 2 runs in the first frame, and then Eden Prairie earned one in the first and one in the second to make it 2-2. Connor Daniels on duty for his 4th inning on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound, and it's Connor Hemme at the plate for Eden Prairie. And the pitch brought in is a ball by Connor Daniels. The Mavericks have the first base line dugout, or the third base line dugout, I apologize. They've had the last couple. This one's going to roll past Daniels. It is picked by Long. First is overthrown to Hangus, and the runner will go ahead and take second off the overthrow. And just ahead of the ball.
Up next, number 17, Nathan Miller.
Brings up Nathan Miller now for Eden Prairie with a runner at second. For Miller, he singled his first at-bat. And it's a low pitch, as the umpire says, for ball 1, our plate umpire, Clyde Millslegel. Here's the pitch, and Daniels will find the plate for strike 1, 1-1. So as far as the rest of the teams go, Premier West 0-3, Rocky Mountain 1-2, and Terre Haute 2-1. Foul ball will bring up strike 2, 1-2. Here's the pitch, and this one's into the glove of Richardson, back down the line, and Bay will step on the bag to turn the double play.
Up next, number 5, Danny Paul.
We go to Danny Paul with the bases cleared on the double play. Paul with a sac fly that earned a run to tie it at 2. His first at bat, and he'll receive ball 1 on the pitch. Pitch in the dirt. Brings up ball 2. 2-0. Here's the pitch. Outside. Makes it 3-0 on the count. And the way it's set up here at Plouffe Stadium, as a walk, we'll put a runner on with 2 outs. Down the first and third base line, the first base line, they've got a shack set up so you cannot see down into the bullpen from my perspective. And then on the third base line, it's down over a little hill with some shrubbery in the way. So if they do put somebody, either team puts a runner on as the throw to first is made. Noah Preco at the plate for Eden Prairie. Here's one off the bat. It's going to bounce, and Stuart Long will get to it, bobbles it, and the runner will reach. Runners at first and second now with 2 outs. And they are going to consider that a hit. Two outs, runners at first and second for Sam Larson, the bottom of the order for Eden Prairie. And it's upstairs for a ball. 1-0. Here's the pitch, and a swing will take us even on the count at 1 apiece. For Larson, it was a ground out, his first at bat. Runners at first and second, 2 outs. Bottom of 4, tied at 2. Here's Daniels now with the pitch, and a swing will take us to 1-2. So the Mavericks with a double header on Tuesday, July 2nd, 4:30 against Rocky Mountain, and then the host team, Post 22, at 7. And that's a game that is billed to be very exciting, as the final out of the inning will be on a strikeout looking. Runners left behind. It stays tied at 2. We'll be back with the top of the 5th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Attention all Legion baseball fans. The Missoula Prep Sports Network will be the exclusive video streaming provider for the Montana, Alberta AA and A Legion tournaments July 18th through August 1st. If you know of a local business in your community that would like to support the coverage of the games, please send us an email and we'll get in touch with you. Join us live from Kalispell, Montana and Miles City, Montana, July 28th through August 1st for state championship drama. MPSN, Legion baseball fans, home for the 2018 Montana, Alberta state tournaments.
Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash are at it again. They've taken what was already the best wash in town, the best value in town, and made it even better. Now, whenever you gas up your rig at Fast Trip Conoco, you can clean it up for half price. Yeah, you heard that right. When you fuel up your car at Fast Trip Conoco, you can get any wash at Magic Touch Car Wash for half price.
Warning, this is not a drill.
It's the Gas It Up, Clean It Up special at Fast Trip Conoco and Magic Touch Car Wash on reserve across from Larchmont.
Half-price wash only valid when purchased at the pump or in Fast Trip Conoco.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network at Dave Plouffe Field in Rapid City, South Dakota. It's the 2019 Camping World Firecracker Classic. And Mavericks game on Tuesday night versus the host team, Post 22, is set to be a spectacular game. I know you're thinking the Mavericks, every time they step on the field, it's spectacular, but they will have a helo bring in the pitcher for the first pitch before the game. As we get the first pitch into Clausen, he's going to hop this one into right field in the shallow pop fly. Will bring out the first out of the inning. Zach Angus now for the Mavericks, with 1 out and no on. And the game will commence at 7 o'clock as the outside pitch gets away from the catcher for ball 1. And after the game, well, it's the fireworks show. We missed out on the fireworks show last year. They had Nature's fireworks going as ball 2 comes in to Hango. A spectacular lightning show happened the night of the fireworks show. We had a gully washing downpour here at the stadium as we build to 3-0. And the game wasn't even over. The Mavericks, it was a game that the Mav fans were in attendance to watch the game and the fireworks show. The players not playing, and Hangus will be walked. He'll be on base for the Mavericks with 1 out. We go to the bottom of the order now. Dayton Bay with 1 on and 1 out. But it was about the 5th inning, and the rain decided to come down in sheets as this brings out the pitching coach for Eden Prairie. We'll check to see if this is just a check-in, and it is. So he's just checking in to see how Luke Anderson is doing after walking Zach Angus. But we had planned on watching the game, and the players and the Mav parents were in attendance, taking up a whole section here at the field. And the rain came, and it came, and it came. We all sat out in the vehicles for a while, and then it was decided that the game was going to be called, and they were going to do the fireworks show on a different night on the 4th of July after the championship game is when they had it, end up having it. So we went back to the place we were staying in and watched the lightning show across the plains of the Black Hills. Here's Bay with a bouncer into left field, and that'll put runners at first and second for the Mavericks with 1 out.
Number 3.
We swing to the top of the order for the Mavericks. With 1 out and runners at first and second. Hill looks down the third base line for the signal from Hathaway. Zach Hangus stands at second and Dayton Bay at first. And now the pitch from Anderson. And Hill punches this one into right field. It'll be a high, shallow shot in the glove. Runners will hold at first and second, and we will have 2 outs now.
The out brings up number 7, Dane Frazier.
We go to Dane Frazier for the Mavericks. Anderson with the stretch and set. And a pitch over the plate will bring up strike 1 to Frazier. Frazier, a ground out and a strikeout on the day. And Frazier with a punch over first base. It's foul. And it will be in play in the glove, and the Mavericks will strand runners to end the side. It stays tied at 2 going into the bottom of the 5th. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Did your computer go down? Don't worry. Mike's Print and Copy has computer rentals available until you can get your computer replaced. In addition to computer rentals, Mike's has self-serve copiers so you can take care of your printing needs at your time. Do you have large-scale printing that needs to be done? From high-tech blueprints to large quantities, Mike's Print and Copy is your print store. Stop in and say hi to Mike at their new location at 1605 South Avenue West in Missoula. Mike's Print and Copy, proud sponsors of the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Do you have a property you'd like to sell? Maybe you're looking for a new place to call your own. Well, you're in luck because the Kelly Touch is the local realtor for you. Whether small or large, the Kelly Touch would love to help you find your piece of Montana to call home. From Kalispell to Florence, the Kelly Touch has the experience to help you buy or sell property throughout western Montana. The Kelly Touch, your professional real estate needs met. The Kelly Touch is a proud sponsor of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Welcome back to MPSN. Bottom of the 5th inning, tied at 2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Connor Daniels on the 5 Valley pitcher's mound as Joey Danielson will be at the plate for Eden Prairie. Top of the order, 1, 2, 3 batters: Danielson, Donahue, and Amundsen.
Joey Danielson.
Here's the pitch. And Daniels will deliver over the plate for strike 1. Our plate umpire, Clyde Millslegel and Rick Sebo in the field. And I've enjoyed Millslegel's ball and strike calls as we go 1-1 on the count. He's very animated on the strike call, and on the ball pitch he will tell you whether it was too high or too low with a hand gesture. Here's a foul ball sent down the first base line to take us to 1-2 on the count. Pitch on the way. And this one's over the head of Bay. It's going to have a good roll and a bounce as Frazier tracks it down in right field. Runner will be around the corner as the throw is made in. And that will put a runner at second for Eden Prairie with no outs as Brendan Donahue, the right fielder, comes to the plate. Tight game. It's been tight all the way through. Here's the stretch and set by Daniels. And we'll have ball 1 to Donahue. Donahue will ground out an infield fly. Here's the pitch. Bunt showing, and that'll bring up ball 2, 2-0. Connor Daniels, one of the seniors for the Mavericks this year. Here's the pitch, and that'll be ball 3, 3-0. Here's the pitch, and that's strike 1 to the left-handed batter. 3-1. Here's the pitch by Daniels. And this one's off the bat. Stuart Long can't get to it. It's going to roll into left field, and that'll put runners on the corners with no outs.
The hit brings up number 1, Jordan Amundsen.
We go to Jordan Amundsen now with no outs for Eden Prairie. The threat of the lead for Eden Prairie, 90 feet away at third. Here's the pitch. And it's a strike. Make it 0-1. Here's the pitch. Now they're going to go to first, and they'll say that Joey Danielson jumped back in. Danielson with a home run to earn the first run. Single shot for Eden Prairie. And they back it up with a run in the second as this one gets away, and that will advance the batters. And Eden Prairie will take the lead off the wild pitch. And for Nelson, it's 1-1. 3-2 Eden Prairie on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard as ball 3 is brought up, or ball 2, 2-1 on the count. A little bit of a breeze moving in. We had clouds and rain yesterday. Actually, one of the afternoon games was pushed off until this morning because of the moisture. Here's a line drive into center field. Hill will pick it up. They'll hold the runner, and it's back on the corners with no outs for Eden Prairie.
Number 23, Luke Anderson.
Brings up Luke Anderson, the pitcher for Eden Prairie. Mavericks looking for their first out as Hango will check in with the pitcher, Daniels. Zach Hangus at first. He's part of that pitching staff for the Mavericks, picking up the win on Saturday morning. Outside pitch brings up a ball to Anderson. Anderson, an infield fly and a ground out. His first 2 at-bats. Here's Daniels with the 1-0. And he's going to throw to first. Angus with the slide on the glove, but just behind. Daniels with the stretch and set. Connor Daniels, the lone lefty for the Mavericks at the AA level, as this one is popped foul. And we're 1-1. Runner's going to go. The throw to first. They'll throw to second now. And a roll into center field allows a runner from third to advance. And Eden Prairie will get the run off of the error. And we go 2-1 on the count now. Eden Prairie leading 4-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Runner at second. And a bouncing ball Picked up by Richardson. He won't get it. Long is there, and that puts runners back on the corners.
The hit brings up number 15, Connor Hemme.
Connor Hemme for Eden Prairie now. And he'll start out with a foul ball for strike one. For Hemme, it was a single and then reached off an error, his second at bat. Trad Richardson now checking in with his pitcher. Team sport, getting encouragement from all players. Here's the stretch and set. And a foul ball back into Clausen. Takes us to 0-2. Mavericks with a doubleheader tomorrow. And then on Wednesday, it's a 2 o'clock game against Catalyst Cardinals. Here's the pitch. Outside, and we build to 1-2 on the count. Nathan Miller in the on-deck circle for Eden Prairie with one out. Here's a throw to first, and Hangus has got to go around the runner to get to the ball. Runner at first is Luke Anderson. At third, it's Jordan Amundsen. And it's a strikeout.
Brings up number 17, Nathan Miller.
So with one out now, we go to Nathan Miller. Runners on the corners. 2 runs earned here in the bottom of the 5th for Eden Prairie, for them to take the lead 4-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, and a throw to first. Now the pitch, and it'll bring up ball 1 to Miller. Miller a single and a line drive, his 2 plate appearances today. This one's popped up high into center field. Hill is there. It's in the glove. Runner will tag at third. The throw is made, and Eden Prairie will take a 5-2 lead on the sac fly with 2 outs.
The sacrifice fly brings up number 5, Danny Paul.
We go to Danny Paul for Eden Prairie with 2 away. Luke Anderson at first. Daniels delivering inside on the plate for strike 1. Trad Richardson at third, Stuart Long at short, Dayton Bay at second, and Zach Hangus at first with Andrew Clausen behind the plate. Strike 2 is tossed in by Connor Daniels. That's your infield set for the Mavericks. Bridger Johnson in left, Brendan Hill in center, and Dane Frazier in right for your outfield set defensively for the Mavericks. Here's the pitch by Daniels. It'll bring up ball 1. Runner's going to go. Clausen will not make the throw, and it's a free base for Anderson on the 1-2. The pitch. And strike 3 will end the side. 3 runs earned, 1 left behind, and it's 5-2 Eden Prairie on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. We'll be back with the top of the 6 right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Hello folks, Chris Stratton here. You know me as the voice of high school sports on the Missoula Prep Sports Network. I'm here to announce that the Milk Crate Media will be launching their newest project, the Chris Stratton Show podcast. That's right folks, we're going to take our play-by-play coverage and bring it into the studio to give our student athletes in Missoula a voice to tell their stories.
It'll be launching on July 15th on the Milk Crate Media Network, and you'll be able to find it at thechrisstrattonshow.com, as well as any of your outlets for podcasts.
Advertising on the web can be intimidating. Where do you start? What is the most effective way to reach the audience you are targeting? Milk Crate Media can help you reach your audience, whether it is social media marketing or creating a unique commercial for streaming or for radio advertising. Milk Crate Media can help you build a new website or rebuild your existing website that will bring users back again and again. Visit www.mcratemedia.com today. Milk Crate Media is a proud sponsor of prep sports in Missoula and the surrounding valley.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. It is the top of the 6th inning. Mavericks looking for runs as they're down 5-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. 3 runs earned in the bottom of the 5th for Eden Prairie to take the lead for the first time on the game. Looks like we've got a new pitcher on the mound for Eden Prairie, as number 4 is in there, Joe Cornelius, taking over for Luke Anderson.
Start off the inning, we have number 13, Trad Richardson.
For the Mavericks, it's Trad Richardson to lead off the inning, so 3, 4, 5 batters scheduled on the inning. Here's the pitch by Cornelius, and he'll deliver strike 1. With the lead, Eden Prairie looking to make some changes as this one's off the glove, off the bat into the glove of the first baseman.
Number 2, Stuart Long.
The line drive will bring up out number 1, and we go to Stuart Long. Here's the pitch. And a bouncer by Stuart Long, picked up by the shortstop. The throw to first is on the target. A good job by Hemi to hold on to the bag with his toe. And the ground out will bring up 2 outs. We go to Bridger Johnson, the left fielder for the Mavericks, with 2 outs and nobody on. And Johnson punches this one high into shallow center field. Center fielder with a little dance now walks up on it and puts it in the glove. That is 3. We'll be back with the bottom of the 6th right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Attention all Legion baseball fans. The Missoula Prep Sports Network will be the exclusive video streaming provider for the Montana, Alberta AA and A Legion tournaments July 18th through August 1st. If you know of a local business in your community that would like to support the coverage of the games, please send us an email and we'll get in touch with you. Join us live from Kalispell, Montana and Miles City, Montana, July 28th through August 1st for state championship drama. MPSN, Legion baseball fans home for the 2018 Montana, Alberta state tournaments.
Hey, are you gonna try out that new gym? I hear it's really cheap.
Not a chance. They don't have group exercise classes with awesome instructors like we get at Fuel. And the owners are in New York City. What?
New York City? The New York way is not the Montana way, so no way.
Fuel Fitness and Nutrition, your Montana born and bred fitness chain. And unlike the others, we never close.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Bottom of the 6th inning. Eden Prairie leading 3 by 3 runs, 5-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard, with Noah Preco to lead off the inning. So it's the bottom of the order, the 8-9 batters, Preco and then Sam Larson scheduled on the inning. And it actually looks like they're going to be putting in a substitution here for Preco as Joe Cornelius enters the lineup. Number 8 in the order.
To start the inning, we have number 4, Joe Cornelius.
Pitching now for the Mavericks is Drew Stensrud, as this one's over the glove of Stuart Long. Eden Prairie will have a runner on at first. And Eden Prairie has been able to put their lead runner on every inning except for the third inning. The first inning, the leadoff batter is Bunt Shows. And it'll be strike one to Larson. But Joey Danielson would lead the game with a home run, single shot. And then the third inning, the Mavericks were not able to. Here's the throw to second, and Stuart Long not able to hold on to it. And Joey Cornelius will stand at second off the stolen base. And they said that was a strike pitch, so oh and 2 on the count. Stensrud with the pitch, and this time the bunt will be laid down, picked up. Nobody at first. Hanga will back up, and that'll be runners on the corners with no outs. Miscommunication there as the bunt was laid down. Hanga's coming up the line, and Dayton Bay not over at first to back up Hangus on the bunt. With no outs, we swing to the top of the inning, or top of the order, Joey Danielson, the catcher. And a swing. They say a check swing, so it will be ball. So 1-0. Stensrud with the stretch and set. And a foul ball. We'll go even at 1 apiece on the count. For Danielson, it was a home run, single shot to lead off the game for Eden Prairie. A fly out and a double. Runners on the corners as this one's upstairs for ball 2, 2-1. Joe Cornelius at third, Sam Larson at first, putting Donahue in the on-deck circle with no outs. Here's the pitch by Stensrud, and that's over the plate for strike 2, 2-2 on the count. Here's the pitch. And this one will bounce into left field. Runner from third will score, and with no outs, the runners will be at first and second for Eden Prairie as they now lead 6-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Bringing up the right fielder, Brendan Donahue. Danielson at first and Larson at second. Here's the Stensrud pitch. Bunt showing, and that'll bring up strike 1. Jordan Amundsen in the on-deck circle. Bunt showing will bring up strike 2, 0-2 on the count. Runners take their leads on the base. Stensrud now with the pitch. Bunt showing, and this will be a foul ball, as he just took the bat one-handed, and they're going to call that strike 3. Foul bunt
The out brings out number.
And that's one away now.
Jordan Amundsen.
They're going to say that was a bunted foul ball instead of a foul ball, bringing up strike 3 with an 0-2 count. Stensrud now with the pitch to Jordan Amundsen. And umpire says ball is away, bringing up ball 1. Here's the pitch. And that time, Stensrud will find the plate for strike 1. Drew Stensrud has been a great addition to the Mavericks AA level, coming up from the A squad. And he has played well on the infield, both at first and third. As this one will be bounced down, Hangus will touch the bag, and that's 2 outs with runners at second and third.
The out brings up number 23, Luke Anderson.
We go to Luke Anderson now for Eden Prairie. Two outs. And the first pitch to Anderson's over the plate for strike 1. Back to Stensrud, though. Great addition. He has done very well on the infield at first and third, filling in for Richardson at third when he's behind the plate at catcher. And then when Hangus pitches, he has been over at first, as we'll have 1-1 on the count. And then he's come in for relief and done well on the 5-valid pitcher's mound for the Mavericks this year as well. A swing will bring up strike 2. 1-2 on the count, 2 outs. Runners at second and third. 1 run earned here in the 6th to make it 6-2. Eden Prairie. And a bouncer. Long cannot get to it. It's going to roll into left field. Runner from third will score. Runner from second will score as well. Off the single, and it's now
the hit brings up number
8-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard for Eden Prairie with 2 outs. We go to Connor Hemme, the first baseman. And the first pitch will be a strike. For Hemme, it's a single, reached off an air, and struck out swinging his 3 at-bats. As he'll roll this one. Richardson cannot get to it. It's going to roll into left field. And the machine called Eden Prairie continues to roll with runners at first and second. Brings up Nathan Miller now, the shortstop. 2 outs, runners at first and second. And I think they missed a run up on the scoreboard. It's 8-2 because 2 runs scored on that last single. Strike 1 to Miller. And a foul ball will bring up strike 2, 0-2 on the count. Stensrud with the stretch and set. And this pitch is behind the batter to bring up ball 1, 1-2. Luke Anderson at second. Connor Hemme at first. Nathan Miller at the plate. And Paul, as this one's fouled off to keep us at 1-2. Clausen will chase the ball down as it rolls towards the Maverick dugout on the lane they have out there for the batters to walk up to the plate. Stensrud with the stretch and set. And a punch foul down the first base line. Hangus is going to try to get to it, but that one is out of play. And will stay at 1-2. Stensrud with the pitch now. And this one will be punched foul the opposite direction. And Heme will continue to battle. Strike, foul ball, ball pitch, foul, foul, and foul, all on this at-bat for Miller. And that'll bring us to 2-2 on the count on the inside pitch. Stensrud at the stretch and set. And we're upstairs to take us to a full count at 3-2. 8-2, yeah. This one's going to be into right field on the bounce. Runner from second grabs a gear at third. And Richardson cannot hold on to the ball to make the tag at third. Run is scored, and it's second and third for Eden Prairie. Nine to 2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard as we're upstairs for ball one to Danny Paul. Here's the pitch, and it'll bring up ball one. Stensrud now with the pitch, and we'll get strike one to get Stensrud into the count at 2-1. Here's the pitch, and that'll bring up a ball to make it 3-1. Runners at second and third with 2 outs, and that's a strike swing to make it a full count at 3-2. Here's the pitch. This one comes off of the middle of the bat, fouled high over the first base dugout, and we stay at a full count. 2 outs, bottom of 6, 3 runs earned here for Eden Prairie to make it 8-2. So far, I should say, in the bottom of the 6th to make it 8-2 Eden Prairie on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. Here's the pitch, and this one will be fouled down the third base line. It's going to come down in the batting cages, and we stay full. Danny Paul at the plate for Eden Prairie. Here's a shot into left field. It is going to be foul, but this one's going to come down. Johnson is there, and that will end the inning. 3 runs earned, 2 left behind, and it's 9-2. Mavericks with some work to do in the top of the 7th. We'll be back right after this on the Missoula Prep Sports Network.
Coming this summer, Milk Crate Media 406 will be the home to a new group of local podcasts to highlight our great state of Montana and the people within it. Starting with a local show to promote Missoula sports athletes. Next, a podcast that will take a look at world views. Then a show that will entertain you while informing you about Montana's great outdoors. And finally, a podcast that will take a look at the people and places that make Montana great. Stop by mcratemedia.com to see the full line of new podcasts.
Have you recently found yourself in a situation where you need a lawyer? Give our friends at Tip Coburn & Associates a call today. They have been practicing injury, employment, and criminal defense in addition to other areas of law for the past 55 years. Give Tip Coburn & Associates a call today at 406-549-5186 or stop by their website at www.tipcoburnandassociates.com. Tip Coburn & Associates, lawyers fighting for Montana since 1959 and proud sponsors of Missoula Prep Sports on MPSN.
Welcome back to MPSN. Chris Stratton for the Missoula Prep Sports Network. Top of the 7th inning. Lots of work for the Mavericks to do as they face their first loss of the tournament. Down 9-2 on the Fast Trip Conoco scoreboard. For the Mavericks, it's the bottom or the middle of the order. Drew Stensrud, Andrew Clausen, and Zach Henges. So 6, 7, 8 batters. Stensrud coming to the plate.
To start the inning, we have up number 5, Drew Stensrud.
So Stensrud leading off. And a pitch over the plate brings up strike one. Joe Cornelius on the 5 Valley Auto pitcher's mound for Eden Prairie. As Stensrud will take a slice for strike 2, 0-2 on the count. Stensrud a walk and a strikeout looking. As this one he'll roll out to the second baseman, picked up the throw to first, and that's one away.
The out brings up number 14, Andrew.
We go to the catcher, Andrew Clausen for the Mavericks. And it looks like Rocky Mountain is in the building. They've got the game after this one. Here's the pitch to Clausen. He's going to roll this one past the pitcher, picked up by the second baseman. Throw to first is on target, and that's 2 away. We go to Zach Henges for the Mavericks with 2 outs in the top of the 7th.
11, Zach Henges.
Here's the pitch. And Henges will take a swing for strike 1. Here's the pitch. And it gets away to bring up ball 1. 1-1 on the count. So the Mavericks back in action on Tuesday for a doubleheader. First game is at 4:30 against Rocky Mountain as Henges will take a swing for strike 2. 1-2 on the count. Here's Henges with a foul ball to keep us at 1-2. So 4:30 against Rocky Mountain on Tuesday, and then post 22 at 7 o'clock. As we go 2-2 on the count. And then Wednesday is a single game, as this brings us to a full count at 3-2. Two o'clock game against the Catalyst Cardinals. Inside pitch will put Henges at first on the walk.
The walk brings up
2 out walk for the Mavericks to go to the bottom of the order. Dayton Bay. Cornelius with the stretch and set. Bay showing bunt, and we'll have ball 1. Dayton Bay with a strikeout looking and a single, his 2 at-bats on the game. Here's the pitch. And Bay with a bouncer. They're going to say foul. And we're 1-1 on the count. Thursday, 4th of July, well, that's the seeding day, as the 9 o'clock game will be 5th place. 11:30 game is 3rd place, and at 2 is the championship game. Here's the pitch. And a roller. Pitcher will have it at the mound. The throw to first, and that is game. Mavericks suffer their first loss of the tournament, 9-2.
Ends the game
to
with
Eden Prairie.
with 9, Missoula with 2.
And that will take us to a doubleheader on Tuesday for the Mavericks. 2 runs off of 2 hits, 2 errors, and 4 runners left behind. Eden Prairie, 9 runs off of 15 hits, 1 error, and 7 left behind. Mavericks' next game is at 4:30 on Tuesday, July 2nd. We'll talk to you tomorrow afternoon at 4:30. Enjoy the rest of your Monday, folks.
Thank you for tuning in to this presentation of Missoula Sports.
What a rush!
MPSN's coverage of Missoula Sports is proudly powered by Fuel Fitness.
Always, always, always.
Tune in next time when the Missoula Prep Sports Network has coverage of your local sports heroes.
Well,